to join our Serenade in Blue. Yes, it's time for you to join our Serenade in Blue, brought to you by men who wear the Air Force blue. Baritone soloist Sergeant Bill Jones, the singing sergeants under the direction of Lieutenant Robert Landers, and the Air Force Symphony Orchestra, Colonel George S. Howard, conductor. As your announcer, Captain Cass Bielski, I'll be telling you later how you, too, can get into the Air Force blue. The singing sergeants are in takeoff position right now to open our program with It's a Big, Wide, Wonderful World. The Serenade in Blue spotlight turns to the Air Force Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Captain John Yasolitis as we hear Sergeant Sam Nestico's fine new arrangement of Lovely to Look At. We'll get back to the musical portion of our program in a moment. In the meantime, I'd like to point out to you ambitious young men in our audience that there's a future in the sky for you as an aircraft observer. This flying officer is a responsible kingpin of an Air Force team, the aerial quarterback who calls signals for his plane and crew. The job performed by the aircraft observer is a big one, and a job with the biggest future of them all. Naturally, the training for such a big job isn't easy, but it is the best in the world. Here's a young man who's taking this training right now, so I'll let him tell you more about it.
This is Aviation Cadet Jack McCarthy from River Edge, New Jersey. I attended St. Peter's College in Jersey City before entering the United States Air Force 2 years ago. Last September, I was assigned to aviation cadets here at Ellington Air Force Base, and I have just completed the primary phase of the Aircraft Observer Training Program. I am awaiting shipment to Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas, where I will receive my commission in the wings of a radar observer. I have never had any previous radio experience, so I was rather surprised when asked to express my views on cadet life to the young men of the listening audience. The training we cadets receive, both military and academic, is without parallel. The academic training runs from the celestial navigation to the repair of a radar set. But don't let anyone tell you it's a breeze. It's not. It takes a lot of determination to complete the course, but upon graduation you will be rewarded not only in a financial way with good pay and the prestige of an officer, but also in the knowledge that you have met the challenge and have succeeded. Although it may not be consciously realized by many of us, it is a good feeling to know that you're doing something for the defense of our country.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the recorded voice of an Air Force aviation cadet, a young fellow with an unlimited future. He answered the call for young men to train as leaders in this air age. He accepted an opportunity on wings. Now he's an aviation cadet and is proud to be wearing the Air Force blue.
Here's a toast to the host of those we boast.
We continue Serenade in Blue with a memorable tune by songwriter Jerome Kern. Our baritone soloist, Sergeant Bill Jones, joins the orchestra to sing The Last Time I Saw Paris.
The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last time I saw Paris, her trees were dressed for spring, and lovers walked beneath those trees, and birds found songs to sing. I dodged the same old taxicabs that I had dodged for years. The chorus of their squeaky horns was music to my ears. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her that way. I dodged the same old taxicabs that I had dodged for years. The chorus of their squeaky horns was music to my ears. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her that
We conclude our program with another number which falls into the fine old standard category. Captain Yeselitis and the orchestra recall the 1940 hit, I concentrate on you. From Bowling Air Force Base in Washington, this has been your all-airman show, Serenade in Blue, produced, performed, and transcribed by personnel of the United States Air Force. This program was written and directed by Captain John Hartig and featured the Air Force Symphony Orchestra conducted by Captain John Yeslitis, baritone soloist Sergeant Bill Jones, and the singing sergeants under the direction of Lieutenant Robert Landers. Your announcer is Captain Cass Bielski. Young men, remember, if you're interested in a career in flying, there's no better way to begin than as an aviation cadet in the United States Air Force. Time for Serenade in Blue was made available by the station to which you are listening as a public service.